Good day again. Thank you for your time listening to the discussion of the different literary pieces. So, today we're going to talk about the literary piece, a poem entitled I Stopped Writing the Poem by Tess Gallagher. Actually, the poem is really nice, so let's read it. Okay, let's start. I stopped writing the poem to fold the clothes, no matter who lives or who dies, I'm still a woman. I'll always have plenty to do. I bring the arms of his shirt together. Nothing can stop our tenderness. I'll get back to being a woman. But for now, there's a shirt, a giant shirt in my hands, and somewhere a small girl standing next to her mother, watching to see how it's done. So let's talk about the meaning. I Stop Writing the Poem is written as if Tess Gallagher were talking to herself in an attempt to console the pain she is feeling at the loss of her husband. Okay, so her husband died, Raymond Carver, the famed short story author. So if Tess Gallagher is a poet, her husband, actually, her third husband, Raymond Carver, is a short story author. The poem is as much about their relationship as it is about Gallagher's sense of loss. In fact, the entire collection in which this poem is included, Moon Crossing Bridge, an American Library Association notable book in poetry 1993, is about the life and the love of Gallagher and Carver as seen through Gallagher's mourning. So, what's the theme? Loss. Because in questioning whether or not the speaker is still a woman, the poet is also concerned with the loss of identity. It could be argued that the speaker had created a large portion of her sense of identity through her relationship with her husband. So it's not just the loss of her husband, but also the loss of her identity as a woman. So we're talking about gender identity again. Okay, so what are the styles? Let's make it short. So we have irony. Okay. The irony in Gallagher's poem begins with the title. She obviously has not stopped writing the poem since she has produced one. There is also subtle irony in the overall tone of this poem. The speaker wavers back and forth between indicating that she is doing well despite the trauma obvious to her and her reader and that she is suffering. So that's the irony. Enjambment. So what's enjambment? It's the running over of a sentence or phrase from one poetic line to the next without terminal punctuation, the opposite of end stop. So, like for example, in the first and second lines, we have I stopped writing the poem, and then it continued to fold the clothes, and then it goes on again. No matter who leaves, and then it will be continued to the next line, or who dies, I'm still a woman. So that's a kind of enjambment. Actually, it's easy to understand. So if you're just going to have an elaborate research about this, you could just look on this reference. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Please subscribe on my channel.